Today is Monday, June 24. We are prepping to go to Odesa to follow the supplies that Mark crowdfunded.
Я не знаю, це
Sure, my name is John Lawler. The organisation is MAD Make a Difference Foundation, based in the UK, but also registered in UAid and also about to be in the US, just waiting for status, but it's all filed. And our mission here is called Operation Safe Drop, which initially was about evacuating people, moving people around the first days of the war, and months after that to Poland, help get visas, move to the UK, across Europe, that sort of thing. That sort of netted, and then we moved into aid deliveries. So right now we've got 3 pretty much brand new Vauxhall crafter vans that has seats that can be taken out, and then lots of space for aid. We're focusing on medical aid at the minute because it's the most important aid we can shift and that we can get our hands on and move to different establishments, from clinics to hospitals to community centres for basic first aid stuff. So there's anything to do with disposables or things that get used very, very quickly, such as gauze, such as instruments, such as anything you can imagine in a clinic or a hospital environment that you can only use once and then it's gone. So we're on the road constantly. We've got different partners, UAid, who are based in Poland. They acquire the aid, they fundraise to get the aid donated. They move it from places like the UK, the US, in through Europe, and then we literally the sort of pick up and drop off. And right now we're in hospital in Odesa, dropping all those things off. As I say, anything and everything that anybody can do to support Ukraine, be it fundraising, be it on logistics, be it acquiring things like gauze, and anything that you can imagine gets used a lot. It's in so much need.
And your team just unloaded a full van full of all kinds of surgical supplies, drapes and packs and other things. And I asked you to speak about Gauze because the folks who fundraised for us through Alaska to Ukraine, they came in because they knew, hey, you know what? There's a lot of sterile gauze and you're going to need that in every kind of surgical setting. Talk to us about the value of Gauze, if you could. Wax lyrical on Gauze.
So, I'm not a medic. I'm the guy on the ground that sweats and moves the boxes and sort of, plans the drivers and the drives. So, but yeah, it's one of those things that is on the high itinerary, inventory list. So it's about 50% of a lot of the stuff that we try and acquire and try and move. As you say, yeah, you're right, the rest of it is surgical equipment. The other van that we're about to move to another medical establishment is full of crutches, different things to do with injuries. We did have a sponsor who acquired a lot of second skin for surgical procedures. So yeah, burns and injuries. There's a lot of deaths, but there's a hell of a lot of injuries and a lot of ongoing support. So yeah, as you know, burns, that requires ongoing attention. So don't just think it's a one hit to try and work out what's happening and what you hear in the news. It's the ongoing aftercare that will take months and years after for a lot of Ukrainians.
And a lot of these 42 pallets of supplies were brought in from the UK, which you're delivering just a part of here today.
Yeah,
all in that category as well.
All medical aid. So right now, every quarter or so, the sort of aid shifters. So for instance, there's other aid that comes in the winter when it's colder, different problems. The summertime, there's a lot more happening in terms of military action. So the demand goes up for all and every type of medical item.
We at Alaska to Ukraine sure do appreciate what you guys are doing. I wonder if we could give you a small token of our appreciation if I can figure out what pocket I tucked it into.
Very kind.
Yes, here we are. Have you ever been to Alaska?
I have not.
Well, if you ever get up there, you're going to find that our flag looks just like this. It's the Big Dipper and the North Star. So if you have trouble finding us, just follow the North Star.
I'll wear it with pride. I have a jacket with Velcro. I'll stick it on as soon as I get out of this sweaty t-shirt.
Thanks very much for everything you guys do.
God bless. Take care of yourselves.
Thanks.
2 years ago. 2 years later, we're a medium-sized organization. We have a logistical line that stretches across the globe. We serve 80 plus locations in Ukraine. We support 24 plus medical institutes in Ukraine. We're really in the rebuild project now. We just rebuilt a blood clinic down south. We're rebuilding an orphanage in Nikolaev. We rebuilt a school in Kharkiv. We rebuilt a laundry mat in Kherson. We ship at this year at the moment we're shipping around 10 ton of medical aid a month. Since we started UAid Direct, we have shipped around somewhere between 1,700 to 2,000 tons of aid in 2 years. We also do numerous projects in Ukraine. We have a stove project that we run throughout the year. What we do is we hire Ukrainians. They make the stoves in Dnipro. We give the stoves free to homes, villages, and anyone else on the front line that needs them for heating. We also do clown shows. We have a clown that flies in from Ireland. We travel up and down the front line to villages where kids are hiding in a bomb shelter or live in a bomb shelter. We do a magic show for them. We also bring gifts. So far we're after doing 52,000 children since summer of last year, which each kid getting a new school bag, an Easter egg or Santa toy offers. Right now our organization is growing extremely rapid. Some say we're getting a bit too big for our boots. Our medical supply line at the moment is the equivalent of 1 truck a month. So we're still hitting our goal of around 10 ton of medical aid every single month. Right now we just received a shipment from UAid in Alaska to Ukraine. On that shipment there was 52 pallets of medical goods. I think out of them 52 pallets, 33 of them was gauze. A lot of people underestimate a piece of cloth, you know, a piece of fabric. The reality is gauze is the only thing that helps people do their job here. If we're on the front line doing casevacs, gauze is our best friend. We're going to pack gauze into that wound once it's not in the chest or in the abdomen, once it's in the arm and the legs, in the shoulder, we're going to pack that with gauze somewhere where there's not a vacuum. And we're just going to keep packing it with gauze until the bleeding stops if we don't have a tourniquet. In surgeries, just as important, you know, it cleans blood, it cleans up the wound. Gauze, for us out here, is our best friend. Gauze and tourniquets are the only two things that we survive off here. We received 30-something pallets of gauze. So far we have shipped over 270 boxes of gauze since Monday of last week, since he delivered the truck. By the end of this week we won't have any more gauze.
We'll have to send you some more.
We will have to get some more gauze. It's just that important. You can ask any doctor, any combat medic, any medic anywhere in this country, and they'll tell you gauze is their best friend. For them, it's a lifesaver. Literally, just a piece of fabric, it does save lives.
Dave, your organization's reputation precedes you, and it's a real honor to get a chance to meet you and work with you. Have you ever been to Alaska?
No.
Okay.
I have.
So this is the flag of Alaska. It is the Big Dipper and the North Star. So if you ever want to come visit us, just refer to that and follow that star north, and you'll find us eventually. Thanks again, Dave. Really appreciate the work you guys do.
За те, що вони організували гуманітарну допомогу для першої клінічної лікарні міста Одеси сьогодні, 24 червня. Дуже дякуємо вам за таку допомогу.
Співробітники комунального некомерційного підприємства «Міська клінічна лікарня номер 1 Одеської міської ради» щиро вдячні вам за цю допомогу у ці важкі часи, що ви допомагаєте нам та підвищуєте якість надання медичної допомоги для наших пацієнтів. Ми дуже хочемо співпрацювати і далі з вами. Дуже дякую. Прошу.
Будь ласка.
Давайте, может, типа руку,
He said, I was
Да, давайте.
я пофоткаю и видео
That's what I said.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.